winner of this game, I believe, I've got that right.
Yes.
Plays Dandenong next week. I think that's right.
Yes, that's correct. So Dandenong will play the winner of Geelong and Gippsland, and Oakley will play the winner of the next game, which is Dragons and Bushrangers. So, Crooksy, these two sides met twice.
Yep.
As the power comes, and that's a nice cheer there. So, family and friends have travelled. They've got the long road trip this week, I think, for most sides to Ballarat. Apparently, they stayed overnight.
They did. I know they dined at La Porchetta.
Oh.
They would have put a hole in that, wouldn't they?
They would have put a hole and carb loaded and ready to go.
Pizza and pasta are plenty.
Exactly right. So they met in round 9 at Simmons Stadium. The Geelong Falcons 65, the Power 70. So a 5-point win to the Power. And then they met in round 15 about 4 or 5 weeks ago. The Geelong Falcons winning 17-10, 112 to 6-12, 48. Down in Gippsland. So interesting there, one each. So this is the decider, the tiebreaker for the year. And it's Geelong Falcons have been pretty good this season, 15 wins and 3 losses. A healthy percentage, 164.74, best defence in TAC Cup this year.
Always helps, Gabe.
It always helps, and pretty healthy in the forward line. You've got 2 goal kickers in the top 5, leading goal kickers, Gieran Myers and Adam Garner, both in the top 5 goal kickers. So that sort of helps when you're sharing the load.
It is. Players that you're looking forward to seeing today, Rick?
Yeah, for the Geelong Falcons, I like a classy type player.
Oh, yeah.
They're the ones I sort of look out for. Brian Myers has been fantastic all year across forward line. Very smart.
He is.
Kicks a lot of goals. One of the leading goal kickers.
Yeah, he's not far off the pace. He needs a bit of a bag today, and he might get past Toby Wooler, I think it is.
So we'll look for Brian. He's been consistent all year. Also, Ethan Floyd, real classy mover from Colac for Geelong Falcons. Going to keep a close eye on his movement with the ball. And also Matthew Ling's another classy mover for the Cats. And, of course, Cassidy Parrish, who's caught our eye over the last couple of years as well, will get plenty of the ball, I'd imagine.
And the other one that I don't get to do many Falcons games, but James Warpel always plays well for the Falcons. He's really consistent footballer.
Real good footballer, James.
Yeah. And talking about the kind of players Essendon need, not that it's all about Essendon, but he would fit the bill.
Now,
and there's one more in that team that we should probably keep an eye on, number 30.
That is Oscar Brownless,
Billy's son, Oscar.
So he's a bottom major.
Yep.
So we'll keep a closer eye on him next year, that's for sure. But Gippsland Power have got their fair share as well. Nick Hogan was fantastic a couple of weeks ago when we called down at Frankston. Also Aidan Quigley, their captain. He's a real good mover, good size, can play anywhere really, Aidan. So looking forward to him. Kim Drew's just a guy who'll knock up getting the ball. He'll just get plenty of it. And is it Caleb Serrell?
Yes.
I think it was, who's a star. He's only a bottom major, and he can take a great specky. He's about 5'9.5", and can jump and take a grab and kick a great goal.
And bat at 3, isn't he?
And he's a good bowler, opening bowler.
Opening bowler, can whiz one down past your ears. All right. The Falcons will be on the ground soon. The Power already out there. We're going to take our first break. On the other side of this, it is EF2. I think I've got that right. EF2. I get mixed up with those numbers.
I think it's EF2.
EF2?
Yep.
And that will be between the Gippsland Power and the Geelong Falcons. We'll be back on the other side of this.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back here to Mars Stadium. The Geelong Falcons slept in and have just only arrived on the ground, and we're almost at 11:30, so I assume we're going to start just a touch late.
Well, the captains have tossed, and as is tradition with TAC Cup Radio, no one was watching.
No, none.
It doesn't matter which end you kick. It is just magnificent. We're at the back of this new grandstand. We're up the top. Beautiful view back over the city of Ballarat. And I don't know what those mountains are in the background, but we've got two here with...
Usually Melbourne would just say the
little
Yangs
hills.
or the...
They're not really mountains, are they?
They'd be called Mount something, I'm sure.
And that great fixture, the Selkirk brick, whatever that is.
Chimney. All right, I'm going for the Geelong Falcons in this one. You guys?
Geelong Falcons.
Geelong Falcons for me too.
I've gone for Geelong, but I'm of the feeling that Gippsland Power next year are going to be a really good side.
You probably can't hear us,
bottom majors.
but a shout out to Kate Mitchell. Always got that magnificent Nikon camera taking the snaps for the Gippy Power. All right. players just coming to the bench. Geelong Falcons in their traditional Guernsey, Rick, which is the navy blue with the 2 white stripes going down the left side of the jumper.
Good Guernsey.
And the numbers on the back with the navy blue nicks. And Gippsland have got the, for those of us old enough to remember, the old Camberwell jumpers, which are blue, red and white, but the white's like a power lightning slash, and the white nicks. All right, EF2, second day of TAC Cup finals for the weekend. Umpire just checks everyone's off the ground, gets the nod from the captains. He's going to hold that bright red TW Sharon in the air. Siren sounds. Take it away, Rick.
Umpire comes in to commence this final. Geelong Falcons up against Gippsland. And good hand on the ball that time by Patterson, the ruckman. Gets it out the back. And Geelong trying to work it clearer there. Got caught there, McHenry. And there'll be a free kick straight away picked out of that one to Kim Drew, who we mentioned earlier. Goes straight down the middle. Oh, there was a push out, but was unsided by the umpire. Play on's the call. They'll work it clear, Geelong. They've got some runners. This time through McHenry. He'll go wide, out wide. Good spoil. It falls in the hands of Big Hollenkamp. He gets tackled. Good harassing by the power defence. And we'll just pick up the tackler. He's going to kick from 48 metres out. Not much of an angle. And
Not sure.
just can't pick him up for the minute, but we'll get used to him. He's got the tights under the pants and comes in. Connects nicely, but just to the left, and that was, of course, Jack Hudson. For the first score of the game on the NG scoreboard, 1 behind, plays no score, power in front, and we're only a minute and a half in on the Technica time clock.
Cooper Stevens to bring the ball back in for the Falcons. Lovely length on the kick. This will be picked up by Ling. They go through the middle, finds Myers, marks it right in the middle of Mars Stadium, inside the circle. Got a man out wide. This is Hollenkamp. Hands it back to Myers on the left boot. Ooh, could have been dealt with. Kick smothered. They're off and running. Nick Hogan.
Well, here we go.
They're on their own out here. Off they go. This is Will Stevenson. Couple of bounces on 50. Lowers the eyes. Looks for a chance and he's got it. Footyprofit.com.au. Mark of the day contender very early in the game. It's not Cheath.
It's Mosquito.
It's Irving Mosquito, the man with the best name in football. Little Irving. Now, what does he come in at? 174.
66 kilos. I think he'd weigh a bit more than 66 kilos now.
He certainly put a bit of height in the leap.
Yeah.
Good vertical jump. Little Irving. Mozzie comes in to get the powers first. Lays back the little left footer and puts it through the middle. The crowd tells the story. First goal on the board, 1-1-7. Geelong yet to score on the NG scoreboard, 2.5 minutes in on the Technica.
I know it's only 2.5 minutes in, but the power looks switched on. They're ready for a contest. And the
very good, Gabe, early. Power switched on.
Exactly right. We've got to start nice and early, don't we, Crooksy? But good play there. Just good harassing through the middle there. Geelong Falcons had a little mini huddle going in the kick out, but the power were able to make sure that they put enough pressure on the ball carrier.
Back in the middle they go, and the big ruckman, Patterson, gets a tap out, sharked away that time by Parrish. They get it down towards full forward. Dangerous posse. Here they come. And good shark by Hanley, and puts it through for a goal, a grubber kick, and a bit of biffo going on
here we
afterwards.
Go.
And we could have a free kick.
Yeah, going to the power. Double. That's just silly.
But that's a goal anyway.
But it'll be a free kick to the power.
So we'll just straighten up that scoreboard if we could.
That's
One
straight.
goal straight, 6 to 1-1-7. Power in front by a point, but it's going back to the centre, and we'll have a free kick going to the Gippsland Power for that little dust up in the goal square. So the big fella Patterson will take it and kick long towards centre half forward. We've got a contest here. They go over the back, and that was a fly from, I think it was Dersma there. They come in, trying to have a snap-on show.
It's a
Will
goal.
Stevenson puts it through.
Wow,
And that is a AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender, that's for sure. A snap out of trouble. There were players all around him and he put it through, right through the middle. 2-1, 13 the Power, 1 goal straight, 6 the Falcons. And that's on the MG scoreboard, 4.5 minutes into this first quarter on the Technica time clock.
If I was the Falcons coach, I'd be ropeable, giving away a free kick. Good play there. The Power had chances to go out wide and keep possession. Kick it long and deep, put the pressure on the defenders, and good front and centre there by Stevenson.
Patterson and Hollenkamp do duel in at the middle. Ball goes to their feet. Chance to get it out. Driven into the dirt. Again, double drive into the dirt, and the umpire will come in and ball this up. We saw some very undisciplined play yesterday by the Northern Knights, which was terribly costly, and just put them behind the 8-ball early doors. You've got a controlled aggression in a final. Good to be a bit fired up, but
a bit over the top.
Can't transgress. Patterson gets the tap down. Again, ball tied up in the bottom of a pack. Bit of gang tackling. He's trying to get rid of it. Can't do it.
Good contest, though.
Good appreciative crowd in the stands. Have come a long way from Geelong, and especially down in the Gippsland area, up to Ballarat today. Umpire just lays down a bit of law. Up they go again. Patterson gets the tap down. Geelong looking to get the clearance. It's a loose footy. Now the Falcons are up and running. They bring it out wide. Kick forward there by Cockrell, and mark taken. This is Jack Henderson. Henderson wheels around onto the right, kicks deep to the goal square, right to the hot spot. Mark drop might have been taken. Falcons trying to travel it out. Quick snap. This will be Walsh. Gets it backwards to Hollenkamp. His kick smothered. Gippsland.
Too high.
Caught too high.
Cal Porter.
Porter, a true centre half back. Goes laterally. Oh, got to be clean. Clean he is. Finds his target. He'll go in short. That's Dersma.
Don't want to go too wide out here at Mars Stadium.
Get lost a bit.
Yep.
This is kicked forward by Bailey Beck to half forward. Nice defensive punch, close to the boundary line. Again, a pack develops. Umpire says play on, and they will throw it in.
Very a shortish ground, but very wide. So you don't want to get caught in those wings and flanks.
Similar to the Etihad layout. It's the Etihad Stadium, the actual playing surface. But we've got the ruck duel here. Patterson pushes it down the front. Packs form. They're trying to work it clear. They will. And Geelong work it further afield through Noble. They'll go wide, and out of bounds it goes. We'll have a throw in. And we are on centre wing, outer side of the ground. That would be the eastern side.
Oh, I'll get onto that in a minute, Rick. Every time you come here, you get confused.
Anyway, up they go. Patterson with the left hand. Parrish lost it. Again, bobbling around. Little fresh airy. Underneath the pack there, McHenry. But the umpire will come in and ball it up. Eventually, we'll have to get some clearances here. They're trying to work it out of there. Taken by Walsh. Gives off the handball. He's got Myers. Gets it back. Out of bounds it goes.
Rick, just a little bit of push and shove. Just note, every time the power ruckman gets his hands on the ball, it tends to be the Falcons that are sharking his tap out. So just keep an eye on that.
Up they go. Conway in the ruck this time to the front. And this time the Power get it again. But Myers gets it. Works it clear towards half forward. Up they go. Big spoil. We're around the forward 50 for Geelong. Boundary side. They're just paddling it around, trying to get some clear space. It ends up with Henderson. He goes inboard and dribbles it inside 50. And the players are trying to scrum it out of there. And the ball ends up on the deck again. A lot of players tackling. And eventually we'll have a ball up. We're about 47 metres out from the Geelong goal.
A little bit of feeling in this game.
Yeah,
a lot of pushing and shoving.
Country teams don't mind a stoush. Ball down to the front again. Quigley gets it, kicks out of trouble. Does well. Down towards centre wing. Great contested mark. Stevenson. He gets it straight away on towards
kick.
Giath. Giath doesn't let him down, takes it out in front.
Now go long, down the line.
You know, he's gone to a 1-on-2 here, and the kick's pretty well executed. Sarong swoops on it,
Oh, in the
gets
back,
tied up by
umpire.
2 players. He had no chance there. The umpire
First
will ball
tackle
it in.
was fine, but the second play just came over the top. And
They're not
probably should have
playing a
been-
lot of them, Gabe. We noticed yesterday.
Yeah,
A lot of those ones where they fall into the back, they're letting go a bit. Up they go. Conway taps it down to Parrish. He gets swung over the boundary line. And there's a lot of similar players in this power lineup with the headband and the long hair. Got to keep a close eye on that.
Ball to be thrown in. We're 60 metres around from the power goal. They're kicking to the southern end of the ground. Up they go. Here's Cassidy Parrish. Works his way through a bit of traffic.
Oh.
Collard holding the ball.
Oh, come on, umpire. That's...
I'm okay with that.
Should have been rewarded, Rick. Ball spills out. Now the Falcons get a second chance. They're off and running. O'Gorman kicks up to half forward. Comes over the back to Power. Good work by Quigley. Gets it across.
Good
Pass
kick.
by Masterson.
Excellent kick.
Mark taken here by Will Leslie. Centre wing on the centre square. Leslie kicks to half forward.
Oh.
The big men fly. Falls to the front. All Geelong. They can work their way through.
Oh, here we go.
O'Gorman looking for Warpel. He gets it. Stops it. Handballs. Oh, we need to be quick. Kicks out wide. Marks is taken. This is Sprague. Lays it off. Stevens measures it. Hits the post. First behind. 117 NG scoreboard. 2-1-13. They trail by 6. 11 minutes in to the first quarter on the Technica time clock. Gippsland to bring it back in.
Quigley to take the kick out from full back. Just weighing up his options. He's got to go. Oh, that's
Good
a
kick.
beautiful kick in the end. He stooged him and kicked it down the boundary line to Beck. Lovely pass.
Stooged us too, Rick.
Hard pass. Kicks it long to a contest this time.
Oh, in the
Just the
back.
target. Got pushed out. Again, Hollandcamp went without it. And there's a pack of players forming. And we'll have a ball up. Straight away, they throw it up. Leslie taps it down. Can't break away. Well, that time, Henkel got it. They worked it clear, Geelong, with a couple of handballs. Out of trouble. Walsh gets it. Slams it inside 50. Got a one-on-one. Good pressure there, and out of bounds it goes. The pressure came from Hennis that time. Cody Hennis just put his body in front and just got a hand on it for the spoil. Throw in, 40 metres out from goal. Geelong attacking. Oh, they lost sight of that one, and how they found a free kick there.
No, because the Geelong it touched the Geelong Falcons player, the power play, who wasn't a ruckman.
I think that's because it just beat everyone. I just can't see that being a free kick at any stage.
Yeah, but it hit him on the full, that's why.
He wasn't tackled with possession.
No, he touched the ball in a ruck duel.
Walsh goes in
Costly.
and kicks the goal. And if that's a rule, we've got to change it. Through the middle it goes with a lovely executed kick for goal. And now the scoreboard reads 2-1-13 Geelong, 2-1-13 Gippsland. That's on the NG scoreboard, of course. And we're 13 minutes into this first quarter on the Technica time clock.
So the rule is you have your two nominated ruckmen, and one of them must touch the ball first, unless it lands on the ground. It hit the power player on the full that wasn't the ruckman. Therefore, he's the third
man up.
He's the third man up.
But if the boundary umpire throws it too far,
And that's where
no one can win in
that's
that.
why the best umpires have common sense, and they would make the umpire throw it in again.
Sprague as Hollandcamp. Geelong looking for Myers. Oh, nice mark taken in defence. And that's by Will Leslie. They want to switch play, the Power Boys. Having a stroll through centre half back.
Oh, look out.
Need to be nice and clean. They are. They kick to half forward. Beats all comers. Giath up against Idon. Good work by Iden. Just fishes it out. This is going to be flung out to Floyd. Floyd goes along centre wing and beats all comers and over the boundary.
A concern for the Power is when the ball's in a contest, when it comes out, it looks like the Falcons have got one extra.
Yeah.
And they seem to be getting just a little bit of easy ball outside. They just need to make sure man on man at those contests.
Hollenkamp, Patterson gets the tap down to advantage. Good work. Now it's kicked forward by Noble. Noble for Geelong. Kicks it to the top of the
mark.
50, but he's playing very well, this fella. Will Leslie kicks out to half forward. Reed on the run for it. Can't get the kind bounce. Geelong work it well. Oh, no, it's dropped what he should have taken. The cavalry come. It's close to the boundary line and out of bounds.
Will Leslie related to Jack?
Yep.
Leslie?
I think he is, yeah.
Jack Leslie, famous for Gabe. We hate to bring that up.
I dobbed him in. Got a couple of weeks.
Got a couple of weeks for that.
Shouldn't have hit him, and then I wouldn't have had to dob him in.
Conway and Patterson. Patterson gets the front spot, taps it down. Plenty of Falcons, as you mentioned, Gabe. They seem to have the extra.
Yeah.
They go forward, the Falcons.
Good mark.
Great mark there by Masterton. He gets it across to Hennis.
Ooh.
Hennis. Oh, Lux of Fortune. Stevenson. Now the race is on. Good work by Noble. Close to the boundary line.
Oh, no.
Gee, he's kept this in.
Well
Myers. Oh, he'll be clever. Gets past Quigley. Takes a bounce. Collared. Oh, close to holding the ball. Good defence. Leslie again. Kicks out wide. Looking for touch. Will this be deliberate, Gabe?
Has to be.
It should be pretty close.
Throw in. Don't start me on deliberate, Gabe.
No, I won't.
Ball to be thrown in. We're 70 metres around from the Falcons' goal. 16 and a half minutes into this first quarter. It's all tied up, 13 apiece.
Throw in this time. Conway. Patterson to the front, using his height. They get it down. Big contest. Pack of players. Little kick out. Down towards the contest. Up they go. One-on-one. Over the back it goes into the goal square. Masterson grabbed it and lost it. He had support. Gippsland in trouble here, but get it out momentarily.
3-on-1.
An awkward bounce. It allows Hogan in for a second. Can't quite break away. Now they've got a shot on goal through Myers, and he bananas it and just a bit too left. Through from behind.
One of those
takes
bananas.
us on to 2 goals to 14 to 2-1 13. Geelong have hit the front. And we're 17 minutes into this first quarter, where they'll play on, that time through Beck. They're in the back pocket.
Go down the line.
Switch, but I don't think that's an option right now. And they'll kick to Patterson. Good contest. They bring it to ground, and the umpire will ball it up.
Just a concern, the last 10 minutes, the Falcons are getting a lot of footy. In those 50-50s, they're winning just about every single one of them.
They're getting it out of the pack situations, and this time, Patterson gets it down, but again, Geelong shark at this time through Benson. He kicks it to a contest. They bring it to ground, Gippsland. Here's Myers. He's dangerous. Snaps at goal again, but offline. Already stamping his authority on this game as a small forward.
Are you allowed to throw the ball to yourself?
No, you can't.
Because that's what he did,
Okay.
Harry Benson.
But did he throw it or did he fumble it?
But he more or less threw it up to himself and then he regathered it. I don't know if you can or you can't.
No, you can't.
We'll go to the rule book and check it out. Brought back in by the Gippsland Power, Liam Carroll in the back pocket. On the members' side of the ground, or the western side of the ground, northwestern side of the ground. Kicks to half back. Patterson, front spot, can't hold the mark. Falcons doing some good work on the ground. Pack develops, and the umpire will come in and ball this up again.
See, in that contest there, the Power got their hands on the footy but weren't able to clear it. Geelong, on the other hand, when they get their hands on the footy, they're clearing it. That's been the main difference in the last 10 or so minutes.
Patterson, good work in the ruck. They get it out. Kick forward by Hogan to half forward.
Good mark.
But nice mark taken by Cooper Stevens, a man with 2 surnames. He gets it across to Oscar Brownless. Brownless between half-back and wing. Goes down the line, looking for a big grab from Conway. He flies.
Almost
Man in front. Hogan, handball. Warpel. Caught a bit high. And the skipper will take the free kick. He play. No, James, you've got to get behind your mark, champ. There we go. Now he plays on. Kicks inside 50. The big men fly for a footyprofit.com.au mark of the day. What a cracking mark. And that has been taken by Mitchell Schaefer.
That's the leader, Crooksy, and we've
clubhouse
got that
leader
at 20-minute mark of the first quarter.
Great mark that, and let's see if he can convert.
45-degree angle. We're right behind this one. The left footer comes in. Like it off the boot. Straight as a die. Lovely mark and goal there to Mitchell Schaefer. And the NG scoreboard ticks over to 3-3-21 to the Gippsland Power 2-1-13. They lead it by 8. And we are just 20 and a half minutes in to the first quarter on the Technica time clock, Gabe.
So, yeah, the last 10 or 12 minutes of, I wouldn't say domination, but clearly getting their hands on the footy a lot and just sneaking a little lead now. The Power just want to make sure they don't want to concede another goal and recharge quarter time.
Patterson and Hollenkamp roves it, gets it again, trying to work it out of there, but gets tackled.
Oh, in the back, yes.
In the back.
Yeah, he just landed on him, Rick.
Hollenkamp dishes off the handball. That was Floyd getting it down towards centre half forward. Myers again, looking ever so dangerous. Swings around, kicks it out in front. No one was expecting that one. And now we'll have a shot on goal, and it's bouncing. Adam Garner on the left, through from behind. Just missing a few opportunities here, Geelong. And the scoreboard onto 3-4-22 to 2-1-13. Gippsland trail. They'll work it out of defence. Dersma picks it up on the bounce. Gives it back, and they should be able to clear here, but this is a contest. Well done. Forcing it to the front was Ling.
Good kick.
Brings it down, and Myers.
They
He'll
got
have a shot.
They've got to tighten up on Myers. I've just watched him the last 5 or 6 minutes. His his opponent peels off him every single time. You can't. He's the most dangerous forward Falcons have got. Can't give him space.
So Brian Myers, he's going to kick from 47 metres. No wind. He goes for the hook kick, and he's executed it beautifully. Ran out to the right, got the extra distance, and cleared the line very well. And that's his first for the day. We'll have to get a score check on how many goals he's kicked for the year. But that moves them on to 4-4-28. And that's the Falcons, of course. Gippsland Power 2-1-13 on the NG scoreboard. 22 minutes in to the first quarter on the Technical time clock.
So he's moved to 38. So he had 37. We've got Daniel Johnson on 44 for Bush Rangers. And Wooler, did he score any yesterday?
3 or 4.
Yeah, 3, I think.
3. So he's 1 behind Johnson at 43 then.
Up they go. Power. Clear the centre through Kim Drew. They need a mark. The big men fly. Irving's at the foot of the pack. Dersma caught high. That was a Luke Shuey free kick.
Selwyn.
Oh, no, it's now called the Shuey.
Is it now called the Shuey?
Same spot on the ground as well.
Oh, just about the same spot.
Xavier Dersma. This just to keep the Power in touch. The rope, the elastic band's just getting stretched at the towards the end of this first quarter. Dersma just to reel it back in a couple of notches. Comes in, kicks.
Got it, I think.
Yep, that squeezed it through.
Needed that.
Xavier Dersma, that's his first. The Power's third. 3-1-19. The Gippy boys to the Geelong Falcons 4-4-28 NG scoreboard. Technica time clock almost 24 minutes in.
They needed that. That was a big statement, but no coincidence. They got their hands on the footy in a contest and got it out straight down. And what do you notice? The Power, they get the ball in the middle and they kick it long. Put the pressure on the defenders, getting in one-on-one contests.
Now, the player there, Hollenkamp, ran behind the line, but Parrish has read it, out of the tap out and worked it down towards half forward. Inside it goes, a little flick out the back to Walsh. And
Look at this in a goal
left
square.
footer from Gorman.
Oh.
Missed the target. Allows Dersmer in. He'll go the handball,
no.
but he fumbled at the crucial stage.
Hello.
And we've got a left foot banana bender on goal. And it didn't quite work. Another behind to Geelong. 4-5-29 to 3-1-19, a 10-point margin. And Gippsland have it in the back pocket. They'll just straighten it up again and go the other way this time. That was Bindley. That was badly executed. Was that Will? Leslie?
No, I think Liam Carroll.
It's out in the full anyway. No, it was Will.
Okay.
So Geelong through McHenry. He's had a bit of the ball. He'll go to the pocket. It's gone to a one-on-one.
In the back.
Bounces over the back.
No, in the back.
And well spotted Gabo. That's a
Very
free kick.
courageous play, actually, by the small fella there. Actually, the one that
Carroll.
Liam Carroll.
Liam Carroll. He's a bit ginger as he goes, picks up the footy.
Bit of a in the solar plexus.
Carroll, hard up in the back pocket. On the members' side of the ground. Kicks to half back.
Speggy.
Up they go.
Who's he paid?
Man in front.
That's a contender for the footyprofit.com mark of the day.
Rylan Henkel. Kicks long along the line. Up they go. Falls to the pack. Who can get it out? That's just a fling for hope. Geelong. McHenry to Schaefer. To Parrish. Back to Schaefer. Sharing the ball around. Off they go. Oscar Brownless kicks it out wide. Needs a kind bounce. He hasn't got it. Irving's on the scene. Can't nail the tackle. Brownless gets it to Myers. Lays off the handball. Now they go forward through Stevens. This is good footy to watch.
Good play.
How's the pass? Play on, says the umpire. Just about there. Not quite. Handball goes backwards. Kick forward by Ling, and he finds Hollenkamp inside 50.
That was Mark Crooksey.
I would have thought it was a mark.
It was too late to spoil.
Took the first grab. All right, Hollenkamp has marked this.
Siren's going to go shortly, I'd say. 27 minutes gone.
200 centimetres. He's from Torquay. Dane Hollenkamp.
Bit of a surfy boy, you reckon?
And having a bit of chat there to Edward McHenry. 45-degree angle. He'll kick from 40 metres out. Gives it a fair old ride. I think it's just going to be to the right of the post. And another behind. 4-6-30 to 3-1-19. A lead of 11 points on the NG scoreboard. 27 and a half minutes into the first quarter.
They could rue this quarter, the Geelong Falcons. 4-6, bag kicking. Quigley goes very wide, just inside. They'll call play on. And that is the siren for quarter time here at Mars Stadium. And we'll straighten this scoreboard up. 4-6-30 Geelong. Gippsland Power 3-1-19.
The goal kickers, please, Gabe.
Sure. Singles for the Falcons. Myers, Schaffer, Hanley and Walsh. And singles also for the Power. Dersmer, Stevenson and Mosquito.
Mosquito. He's been a bit of a pest, but he could be more of a pest later
Buzzing
on.
around the forward line.
Yeah. He's got a sting in his tail, apparently, too.
All right, that is quarter time. We will take a break. Be back on the other side of this to discuss the first quarter. You're listening to TAC Cup Radio through the Red Time Sport app and watching the live stream live through the TAC Cup website.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com. On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back to Mars Stadium, where you'll find the Geelong Falcons had a very good first quarter, 4-6-30, a little bit wasteful in front of goal, leading the Gippsland Power 3-1-19. What did you make of all that, Gabe?
Early on, it was 3 goals in about 3 minutes, I think.
It was too.
We started with, and we thought the Power had come to play, and it was a pretty entertaining first quarter. Gradually, as the quarter went on, the Falcons a bit of class and a little bit of getting their hands on the footy. I think the Power had first touch most of the time in those 50-50 contests, but from about the 8-minute mark of that first quarter onwards, the Falcons just kept dominating. And to the Power's defence's credit, they really worked hard to nullify the Falcons, players like Stevenson and Carroll and so on were trying their hardest to, make sure the Falcons weren't getting it on the scoreboard. But just gradually, through weight of numbers, the Falcons were able to have 10 shots at goal for the quarter, and probably luckily for the Power that they didn't kick very straight. But they had nearly just about every opportunity there to kick at least 7 or 8. So 11-point lead, probably depicts where the game's at the
I'll
moment?
take that at the moment, the power, because Geelong had a few little snaps at goal. They were gettable goals, but just didn't execute well. They've just got to shut down Myers a bit. He's been running around as he likes so far, getting too much of the ball for a small forward at this stage of the game. So they've got to work on how they're going to close him out a bit.
Probably the most lethal small forward in TAC Cup.
So, Gabe, that might be your job to watch out who follows him and whether they change up anything at any stage through the quarter.
We found all around the ground, every time there was a contest, so there was a kick out or whatever, the ball would be kicked, and at the fall of the ball there was always that extra Falcon, and they set up quite well. They didn't have everybody going to the ball. They just allowed one or two to go and fish it out, and then there was always someone outside. But it just seems like in defence, the Power are letting the Falcons sort of just roll off, push up the ground, and then push back towards goal. And there's always seemed to be that free player. And in the end, I think, as you said, Rick, I think the Power will be reasonably happy that they're not further behind. So at least if they can just man up a little bit harder, one-on-one around the contest, make sure the Falcons don't get too many easy possessions, especially forward of centre. The Power doing well. When they get the ball forward, the Power look dangerous. They didn't go in 50 very often, but when they do, they look like they're going to score, which means just get their hands on the footy and get that ball going into the forward line. So we should hopefully have a good contest here in the second quarter.
Their conversion rate inside 50 would probably read pretty well.
It would, because they didn't have too many balls going inside 50. When it did go in, they looked like they were going to score. We've already got an interchange before the siren even went.
Brownless just running onto the ground. Might have gone for a Tosca.
Back pocket player, not like his dad.
No. What's his...
And dark haired.
186 and 73.
6'2", still reasonable size. 6'1".
Siren sounds for the second quarter. Take it away, Rick.
Ball up in the middle. Up they go. Oh, good tap down that time by Conway. Gets it to ground. Gippsland with the answers around the ball through Drew. He gets a kick out of pressure. Hogan gets it. Gives it out. He's got support, but they'll have to swing it wide. Just couldn't get it out in time, and Geelong get back with numbers. She'll be able to clear this and get it out towards Myers. Will Leslie, too big in the front, was able to cut it off.
Holding the man.
He was held while he was paddling the ball along. And he'll play on straight away, Will, and he'll kick it very long to the outer side. And that time it's speared down by Murray, gets it down to half forward, but Geelong with the clearance out wide in the direction of Parrish. He gets tackled over the line and out of bounds. We're about 65 metres around from the Gippsland goals out of side.
All right, ball to be thrown in. Both teams yet to get stuck into it in the second quarter. Parrish on the left boot. They are kicking to the southern end of the ground. The directions in this ground always confuse me, Rick. It doesn't feel like that's the southern end of the ground to me. That feels like the southern end of the ground, the northern end.
No, that's definitely the north that way.
Really? I feel as though we came from that way.
So I'm right again?
Well, not again. You might be right this time, but I felt as though we came from that direction.
We came from the north.
Anyway, ball thrown in. Big Patterson gets the free kick. Big Julian puts the right boot right into it. Goes to half forward.
Oh.
They go inboard. Myers intercepts. He's been lively early. Got the green boots. The Johnny Platten hair. Takes a bounce. Oh, now he's lost it. Feeds a handball backwards. They're under the pump. Geelong. Now there's an interception. Oh,
too high.
Solid. McKeon runs straight into it. Now the ball bobbles out. Falcons, he loses his Guernsey. Tough footy. Brownless gets it out to Myers. Now they flick it forward. This is going to be a contest. Great tackle. Don't know if it was a legal handball. Power. This is good finals footy. They get it across to Porter. He straightens up. He kicks inside 50. They need a grab. The big men fly. Comes to the bottom of the pack. Giath can't get it. Tries to spit it out. It comes out. McKeon gets a dirty bounce. Now it's just a hot potato. Parrish feeds a handball out.
See, here's the problem.
Ends up in the hands of Warpel. He looks for Noble. Goes over the back of the pack. Noble's first there. Puts one off the carpet. Bouncing. Close to the boundary line. Out of bounds.
And that's exactly what I was saying at quarter time about at the contest. If Geelong Falcons are getting, there's always someone outside on their own, and it's just all of a sudden from half back it's half forward pretty quick.
They're going to throw it in from the basis of the 50-metre arc, or the axis.
The vertex.
Over the back, went too far. That player touched it. No one touched it.
No, he let it go.
Quigley gets a long kick out wide. We've got a race on our hands. Walters is first. In comes Sarong and hits him hard. They tap it on with a toe poke. Geelong get it out into a dangerous spot through the middle. This could go either way. And, good pressure by the Power with the on-ballers around it. Good tackling, gang tackling in numbers. And there'll be a ball up. And we're in the centre square now. Straight up they go. Patterson to Warple. Wasn't intended, but kick out by Drew now to half forward, out of side, 50 metres out. It's a dirty bounce. Out of bounds it goes.
We've had a few dirty bounces today.
It's a funny shaped ball, the footy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty oval.
All right, ball to be thrown in. 65 metres around from the Power goal. Again, they just need one just to keep in touch. They're doing all the grunt work. Ball fed out. Dersma puts a dirty big up and under. Which way is it going to bounce? O'Gorman can't take it. McKeon gets it. Bounces up. Now Dersma. He's double tackled into the dirt. Umpire blows the whistle.
Crunching tackles today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been very tough. Tough in the clinches, Rick.
Here we go. Tossed up. We're still inside the centre square. Patterson gets a little fingernail on it. Porter. Kick forward through Drew. Nice
Good
solid mark. Rock of Gibraltar stuff. In defence for Geelong. And that's Oscar Brownless. Parrish flies.
Oh, good tackle. Well done, the Mosquito. Oh!
It's all happening here.
The umpire just
Leslie
gave the Falcon a shirt front.
plays on. The big men fly again. Good footy, flying tackle.
Good contest. I like it. The players are just going in fearlessly. We've seen players backing back, taking marks.
They're having a crack game.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's good to see.
Good September footy. Up they go. Holland Camp. Again, double tackle. How many double tackles has there been too?
Yeah.
Doing well to instruction. We're only 20 metres away from Gippsland's goal. Need one from a stoppage. Holland Camp to Warpel. He's caught.
Could have been.
Very, very close.
And again, good tackle.
Out in the full. This is Harry Benson.
Good tackling by the Power.
Bringing the ball back in for Gippsland is McGannon.
Who's going
to the top of the square. Front of the pack. Again, a wrap-up, and the umpire will come in and ball it up, Rick.
They're only 20 metres out, so Gippsland would like to take advantage of this situation. 11 points down. Goal here will give them some confidence.
7 minutes in, no addition to the score.
Up they go. Austin Hodge to the front. They tap it down. Taken away that time by Edon. They'll work it out of here. Classy play. Geelong through Walsh. Gives off the handball. He's got his teammate in Noble. They'll run on that way through Ling. Out wide it goes. Floyd gets on the left. Out in front. There's a chance here. Noble runs onto it. Kicks the goal.
Yep.
And that was a great passage of football. And it was an AFL Draft Central Goal of the Day contender. That was, what do you say, coast to coast.
Coast to coast, transition football, whatever you want to call it, Rick. But it all comes down to this, all the play for the Power. And the Falcons go down first time, bang, goal. And it always, how many times do you see? You see it in every level of footy. One side dominates, can't get it on the scoreboard. The opposition go down first time, but that was lovely play. And again, it's that transition. They get the ball in the 50-50 contest, and they're spreading a lot better than the power.
And he took a nice mark there because it was out at the back of the
full
play.
power.
He was running at full pace. Up they go again. This time Hollenkamp to the front. Good tackling going on in the centre of the ground. And no one able to move that ball out of there. The umpire lets them go, but eventually something had to give. And we'll have a ball up.
Yeah, the class of Geelong just a little bit too much for the power at the moment. That's in the back.
In the back it'll go to Patterson. 203 centimetres. Ruckjewell's good so far.
Yeah.
Patterson keeps it out in front. Just chipped it out. And Hudson takes it. He's got a man loose, but just didn't deliver it. Now Geelong in numbers. This is where they're dangerous. Working it around the outer side. Noble again has front position. It's sharked away by the Geelong Falcons there. And a lovely kick inboard. And the mark's been taken 45 out. This time Henderson will have a shot on goal.
Not sure, but it was good vision there. Not sure who the player was there that...
It was a beautiful delivery.
Yeah.
And the player was Garner.
Yeah.
Now, to go on short, there's no advantage, really. Warple's going to kick from 52 metres now.
He's got a good hoof, if I remember Warple.
He's going to take a pretty big kick today, I'd say. He's looking for the short pass, which is good indication that he's not keen to have a shot, but now he goes back. He's going to kick from 52. Kicks very long and very straight.
Look at that.
What a great kick. We shouldn't have written him off before it. That was a great kick, Warple.
I said that he had a good hoof.
What's this, we?
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean, we, paleface?
Yeah.
Now, that is a great kick by Warple through the middle and an AFL Draft Central goal of the day. Contender outside 50.
Almost the same time as the first quarter when the Falcons started to just get on top.
Yep.
We've seen it again. The first 6 or 8 minutes it was mostly power dominating the play, but the Falcons just forward twice and 2 goals.
42-19, Gippsland trail.
Up they go. Not sure about Hollenkamp's strategy in the ruck. I don't know if it's legal. As they get the ball out of the centre, Bailey Beck kicks down into forward 50. Idoon gets it, just shovels it out, ends up in the hands of Cassidy Parrish. He looks around the corner and Noble gets it bang on centre wing. Feeds it over the top. They go forward through Floyd. Now they're inside 50. Gippsland have got some numbers, haven't got the footy yet. Now it's a shot on goal. Across the face, David Handley, and dribbles over the boundary line out of bounds. Forward pocket right in front of the NG scoreboard. 11 minutes in on the Technica time clock. 42 plays 19. 23 points the difference. Hard up in attack for Geelong. Boundary umpire throws it nice and high. Down it comes at the foot. There's a snap on goal. And it's through for hit the point post out on the full. And it is Gippsland to take the resultant free kick. He's hard up against the fence in the back pocket. Going to come down the grandstand side. The big men fly. Comes off hands. Good work by hand. This is Henderson. Gets it across to Floyd. Now there's a punch. Porter. Hogan for Gippsland. Quick kick up to centre wing. Mosquito at the front of the pack. Gets it. Wheels around onto the left. It's a high one. Oh, it's a car crash. Floyd. Good work in heavy traffic. Ethan Floyd gets it across. Ends up in the hands of Benson. Benson through the middle of the ground. The big men fly. Drops to the front of the pack. Dersma can't take it. Now they're a bit of a chance through Parrish. He's dispossessed. Gippsland. Kick it up in hope and Dersma marks.
Dersma straight away to Nick Hogan in the middle of the ground. Hogan looking to go wide and deep. He's got a player there, but it's overcooked, and it allows the Geelong defender in, Walters. He'll play on straight away, or he took it and lost it. Gias on the hammer, little toe poke. The defence has been excellent, but they fall over, and this allows Porter in. Porter lost it as well, but they're right on the 50-metre mark and stopped a certain attack out of defence there for Geelong. Good defensive play by the Power just to hold them up, and this gives them an opportunity to set up and get it down to the goal square.
Just, you can't question the Power's ability to compete. Just the ball use now is a bit iffy.
They tap it to the front, still outside 50 now. Walsh gets it. Well, they'll kick it long. That time it was Sprague, and a good mark in Masterson. Centre wing underneath the commentary box, and he'll chip it wide. He had a couple of options there, and Drew gets it. Another one of the ponytail brigade. A few of them at the Power. He'll kick long, inside 50, but it's an up and under. High ball. Spoil to the front. Sarong gets it, lost it. There goes Will Stevens with a little flick out the back. They've got Drew, who just mongrels it forward and allows Geelong in. Brownless takes a nice mark in defence, and they'll run it wide, outer side of the ground. In front it goes. That was Benson. They'll work it through Parrish. A little toe poke further afield. Schaefer. Here's a one-on-one. Over the back it goes.
Well done.
Great defensive play.
Mark.
And that is a mark.
That's a contender.
Just judged it beautifully in the air. And that was Hennis. That's right. Plays on straight away. And here's Drew again. One of the better ball users for the Gippsland Power. Gets it to Porter. They make a good combination, those two. Porter trying to push his body out of the way, but pack of players, stacks on the middle. The umpire will have to ball it up.
Right in front of us.
That was a great mark. They don't have to be spickies to be great marks.
That's a footyprofit.com mark of the day contender, that's for sure. That was, of course, Hennis.
Cassidy Parrish having a very good quarter. Strong tackle into the dirt, and the umpire will come in and ball this up again. And, yep, umpire just checking everything's in order. 15 and a half minutes into the second quarter. 23 points the difference. Not a lot of scores in this quarter. Up they fly. Conway, Porter, he's been good. Couldn't get the kick away. And again, the umpire will have no other option than to come in and toss this up again. Back in the ruck, we've got Henkel for Gippsland up against Conway of Geelong. They go. Conway gets it. Oh, look at that by McKeon. Nice spin out. Couldn't get the handball to hit the target. And they've wrestled it over the centre square line.
He's a little terrier, Callum McEwen. 163 centimetres, 69 kilos. Seen him a few times and really barges those packs. Tapped down the front by Patterson. Sarong kicks it inside 50. Good fist away. Giath will lead in the race, but awkward bounce. Geelong with numbers, get it out wide. This allows Gippsland in, or we've got a collision happening, and Gippsland get there, and they'll work it inside, but nice little intercept mark, and they'll play on straight away, kick it to the outer side. Masterson will mop up. Bit of loose kicking out there, and Gippsland have the ball out on the outer side through Carroll. He's had a big job minding Myers for a bit. Kicks long towards 50. Giath with the fly for a footyprofit.com mark of the day contender. Been some good marking in this game so far, more than we had yesterday.
Yeah, agree.
And that's only in a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
So
has he got the leg? Oh, here we go. Pass time. Good pass.
Lovely pass out in front of Hudson. He'll take the shot. They're never easy, these ones, but you can get a sider from that pocket.
I was going to say, on a day like today where there's no wind,
Just kick straight.
Just kick it straight.
So this time we've got Jack Hudson. Comes in, 45 out, on the boundary. Kicked a bit right. Yeah, stabbed it right, and that's missed everything.
He tried to guide it in instead of just kicking through it.
I think they could have even done with a point there. No one on the mark. That's Lazy manning up. Out in front of Walsh, takes the kick, takes the mark, and he's on the half-back flank for Geelong Falcons. He goes inboard to Parrish. Parrish is allowed to just wheel around and does as he likes. Good spoil out the back by Gippsland. They should be able to clear that time again through Carroll. Again,
here we go.
Mop up here and out in front of Noble. He can't believe his luck. He gets the prize, Noble, puts the goal. And he's another one. While they're watching Myers, they better be watching Noble as well because he is killing them. That's his second for the day. And 7-6-48, that is the Falcons to the Gippsland Power, 3-1-19. And that is on the NG scoreboard, 19 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Yeah, they've got the three of them, Noble, Myers and even Chaffer. They're just wreaking havoc down there. They've kicked 4 of the 7 goals, and if they're not careful,
ball comes out. Now Geelong try to be fed out by McHenry. Nice interception there for Gippsland by Nick Hogan.
Oh, good mark.
Giath again, marking very well at the arc. Going to have a ping this time.
It's another contender for the footyprofit.com mark of the day.
It's got a good vertical
We think
leap.
we've got a leader in Schaefer, but they're all good.
They're all good.
They'd win most weeks, some of these.
Shankuth Giath. Got those red socks, those beautiful yellow boots. Lays back on it, gives it a fair old ride. It's going to land about 10 out. Across the face, Brownless sees it over.
Interesting kick because he didn't try and kick it too hard and didn't kick it to the top of the square.
No, just faded to the right.
Nothing, an in-between kick, wasn't it?
Ball to be thrown in. 15 metres around from the Powers goal. They haven't scored this quarter.
No.
And the quarter's almost over.
And they've been down there a fair bit.
Their conversion rate this quarter hasn't been as good as the first quarter, Gabe.
No, not at all.
Now they get out through Floyd. Gets the give and get. He's tackled, dispossessed. He's holding the ball umpire. Comes back to Cassidy Parrish.
That's too lazy.
His kick is smothered by Hogan. The ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Not lazy, casual, too casual.
Bit casual.
Maybe
it's the way he plays, Cassidy Parrish.
Yeah, he's got that casual lope about him.
Yeah, but even just, it was one of those dinky kicks, Crooksy.
He has got some quirky kicking habits, which work sometimes and maybe not work others. Conway just moves the ball forward to Floyd. He's been good. Handball's over. This is Henderson. Brownless by hand. Schaefer gets it out wide. Now Parrish. That kick's intercepted. Speaking of his kicking. Leslie. Short one out wide. Gippsland bang on centre wing. 3 gentlemen enjoying the footy over there on the grassy knoll. Kicks to half forward. They're looking for Giath. Comes off hands over the boundary line, out of bounds.
No JFK out there, though.
Oh, let's hope not. He's in the book depository.
Ball to be thrown in. Just on the edge of that little grandstand behind the goals. And no one able to get a tap out. Little McEwen gets it on the burst, kicks in towards full forward. Bit of a wobbling, bouncing ball. Geelong with numbers, bit of a high tackle there. And went to ground, but plays on straight away. Idun gives it out, little kick over the back. This is dangerous. Oh, little McEwen, he's a terrier. Comes in, does the big spoil, and out of bounds it goes. For a deliberate spoil. He had no other option but to punch that out of bounds. The little fella did beautifully there. Ball to be thrown in. To the front it goes. Sharked away nicely through, that was Henderson. They get it wide to Floyd, who's everywhere. Inside it goes.
Poor kick.
And that was delivered terribly because Hennis just able to just take it as he liked and goes into the centre square. They'll go wide. Out in front it goes to Carroll. He's just running off his man at the moment a bit, so that's a good sign. And Henkel gets it, lost it, has to get rid of it, but too many Falcons, a flock of Falcons through Ling.
Be careful, Rick.
And Schaefer gets it down. Oh, strong contested mark there by the big fella in Ghana. Bit of size about him, 194 centimetre forward. Goes short, Bennett, classy mover. They've got a lot of these classy movers, Geelong. I think that's the key. Very good to foot. Kicks it to a contest. Gippsland with numbers. Masterson's been great in the air today. Looks to play on. Goes wide. He's got a man out there. And looks like Murray from the hairdo. And he goes to Sarong, who fumbles and goes out of bounds.
7-6, 48 to 3-1, 19. Geelong leading by 29 points. 24 minutes, just ticked past 24 minutes into the second quarter on the Technica time clock. No score from the Power this quarter.
And 3 straight to the Falcons. So it hasn't been a lot of scoring whatsoever. Only three shots a goal. A couple out on the fulls.
Geelong go forward. Masterson's got good position. Punches to the front. Power should be able to get rid of this. Get it out into safety. It's going to come back from whence it came. Out of bounds on the full.
The field kicking this quarter has been
just dropped.
Average at best. The delivery forward's been...
Love to know why that happens in footy.
I think they get a bit tired. Just a little bit.
Yeah, not
bit
sure.
Bit of pressure too. They all those things sort of add up.
Works around the mark. Kicks to centre wing. Parrish can't take it. Gippsland under the pump. Ball still in dispute. Now it flicks out. Giath feeds a handball through. Heavy traffic. Now that kick's smothered. You can feel that up here. Now Gippsland. Go along the boundary line. Collared.
No, sling tackle. I think the tackle lingered a little long.
Don't say that, Gabe.
What's that?
That word, sling tackle.
That's the siren to end what wasn't a quarter that we're going to take the tab out of the VHS tape to keep for prosperity.
No, not at all.
Time 7-6, 48 Geelong. Gippsland 3-1-19. The goal kickers, please, Gabe.
2 to Noble and singles to Myers, Chafer, Hanley, Walsh and Warpel. And for the Power, Dersma, Stevenson and Mosquito, 1 each.
Good work, Gabe. We are going to take a break. On the other side of this, we'll be chatting to Lee Fraser, who looks after the country high performance. You are watching TAC Cup Radio live through the live stream on the website or listening through the Red Time Sport app.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus, check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Mars Stadium, half-time in Elimination Final 2. Yes. There's always someone that walks in front of the camera, Gabe. Seriously?
Exactly right.
Professionals, they're hard to find to work with. 7-6-48, the Geelong Falcons, 3-1-19 at the Gippsland Power. Got a bit of work to do in the second half. Joining us is Lee Fraser, who used to be the talent manager for the Murray Bushrangers up until last year, and now he's swapped over. He is, I've lost your job title already now, Lee.
Country Pathways Manager.
Country Pathways Manager, and he is the yang to Brett Allison's yin, who we spoke to yesterday. Tell us about the role, Lee. How do you find it?
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. Obviously, had a great time at the Murray Bushrangers for 3 or 4 seasons, which was really good. And I think the principles are still the same in terms of the talent pathway and working with a number of stakeholders. And I've really enjoyed getting to know, particularly the country talent managers and their programs a bit more in depth, which has been good. And really enjoyed the Nationals this year through the under-18s, which is an amazing standard of football. Really blew me away of how the quality of the games were there, and the under-16s country program, which once again was really enjoyable to get those boys basically out of local footy into the national under-16s, and there's a bit of talent coming through, which is always exciting. I've enjoyed the finals round 1 so far this weekend, and hopefully I think we're guaranteed a country team in the grand final now with Dandenong, Gippsland and Geelong all in the same half of the draw. So hopefully we can have a good showing at the end of the year.
It'd be nice to see a country team win it, to be honest. But we haven't seen one in our 10 years.
No, I don't
calling
think so.
it. No. Seen a few in there, but haven't seen one win it. So you know full well the problems and the issues that face the country teams as opposed to the metro teams. How's that? Is that just the lay of the land, or can anything be done to change that, the distance?
Yeah, some of it's obviously unavoidable with the travel, and obviously you want to expose the boys on the good facilities in Melbourne against the good players as well. So it's a real delicate fine line, and I think a lot of it is around the individual management plans that you put in for the players. And I know the regions are really good at that. So if a certain player needs a week off or their loads are pretty high, we've got to make sure we get them out of the car and give them a weekend at home where we can. But there's no doubt, particularly this time of year, that a few of the boys do get a little bit tired and struggle to continue on with the way they started the season. But it's a balancing act.
Sorry, Gabe. During the season we had country round in the AFL, and it really highlighted the boys from the bush.
Yep.
What is what's the current temperature of footy in the bush for footy? How's it going?
There's obviously there's a few issues in some of the minor leagues and some of the clubs that are emerging, and some of the teams that might have in some regions there's 4 teams that are now 1, so participation's always a challenge in some of those small rural communities. Some of the major leagues are still quite strong, and I think the country philosophy of the cricket and footy balance between winter and summer is still there, and some of the country clubs do a really good job in embracing the community and keeping kids engaged in both football and also the netball environment as well. So we're really lucky throughout country Victoria, the volunteer base and the amount of time and effort that goes into the country clubs. And I'm really confident that we're still creating a good pathway and a good environment for those kids to enjoy the game.
Is there an opportunity to maybe limit the amount of, say, TAC Cup in the country area, where maybe early in the season the kids sort of can play in? So, for instance, we have kids from, say, Mildura and whatever coming to play either with Murray or is it Bendigo. That there could be sort of like a little sort of talent group, a bit more local, and then, say, get in to come and play. So instead of the TAC Cup season going for 18 rounds, it might be just 12 or 10. Because I know over the years that we've done it, even talking to parents and things, it's a long year, and it takes a lot out, not just for the kids, but for everyone in general. And I think there's a disadvantage for the country kids versus, say, the metro kids.
Yeah, it's a real balance, and I think the industry is fully aware as well that there is a lot of scope in the country boys. So if there is a boy from Mildura or up in Albury or wherever it might be, that they, the body shapes aren't quite as big and strong. They're raw. They're a little bit underdeveloped in all areas, and I think the industry is really good, particularly the recruiters, in identifying that, knowing, well, hang on, a year in a full-time program or 2 years in a full-time program, and you're never sure you can really forecast their development. So I think, as holistically, I think we're really appreciative of that. The length of the season's always interesting, and I think we're going back to that individual management plan for kids. So if you have got a boy from Mildura, and I remember we had Todd Marshall and Deniliquin last year, who was a 2-hour, probably a 3.5 hour round trip for training. We'd often just say, Todd, don't come in to training this Wednesday. Have this weekend off. And his program was different to any of the other boys around managing that travel.
Yep.
That's one element. I think the full seasons are pretty important from my point of view, that kids come on at different rates. And with the Nationals in the middle of the year, that's kind of on the back of a good early season form.
Yep.
You're up and running. And then some kids find their way during that period playing back at TAC Cup footy. So it might be a Clayton Oliver, for example. And I was a bit Murray biased here with some of the comments, but he missed Nationals. He played in that middle 4 or 5 rounds of the TAC, got his season up and running, and by the end of the year he was kind of running away from kids and really dominating. So every pathway is different, and you also use the full length of the season. We've really encouraged futures rounds where the under-17 boys have really been promoted. So that investment in that younger age group is really important for the following year. So if they get a taste of it this year, all of a sudden over summer and going into their top age year, they're a bit more advanced. So I think that's the importance of it, but really conscious too that there is some of the players in the pathway have got a fair bit of travel to do as well, and we've got to manage those individually. Players
that you've seen this year that have taken your eye from the country?
It's been a really enjoyable year. We had a lot of talent in our country program this year, which was really pleasing, and a good running side we found that we were. And having said that, I was speaking before about Luke Davies-Uniacke yesterday. Like, I thought his game yesterday was outstanding, which kind of earmarked him as a clearly a top draft prospect. Paddy Dow's really combined a number of, the AFL Academy, APS football, and a brief bit of time at Bendigo in the Vic Country program. He's a star and a real good talent. Even today out here, you look at Matty Ling off halfback and Ethan Floyd, who's having a really good day. Our co-captains for the country program, James Warple and Oscar Claverino, they're outstanding characters, and Oscar down back and Warple through the midfield. They're going to find their way to an AFL club and be really good people around that environment as well. And bottom ages too, with Bailey Williams jumping around yesterday at Vic Park. He's an exciting talent for the Stingrays, and Sammy Walsh and Oscar Brownless and the boys out here today as well. So it's a good. Hopefully we get a few over the line in November for the draft.
Exactly. So your job would have a lot of travel and things like that. So you're working 24/7, 365 days. Because the season will finish here, and you're looking at under 16s and under the transition from the 16s to 18s. And
I think your program never really stops. It's always evolving. So as the under 18s are finishing up, and that's in all the regions or the country pathway program. We had a camp 3 weeks ago for our under 17s. So young Roland Henkel and Bodie Mott and a few of the Gippy boys we met for the first time. We had 40 kids in for that, and they're kind of just gearing up for what next year looks like as well. So the program's always evolving, and you're always moving with it. And but it's fun. I think anyone that works in footy, if you enjoy the game and got a real passion for the game, and working with people and volunteers, it's a great job to have. And although having said that, that November-December period will be nice to have a bit of time back.
Bit of time back.
Bit of time to get through. What do you think of this game? Where's this heading? Are the Geelong going to go down to their home ground next Sunday?
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Geelong today. Obviously, cut for elimination final for the second team, but I think they've come out really well and played their brand of football. They're running really well from the back half through the midfield. A couple of times they've been cut off at half forward, but I think they've shown enough today that I think they should get reasonably comfortable winners today. And hopefully Gippy can come out and start the second half and find a way towards goal and put a bit of pressure on them.
Well, they certainly started the game well. They tackled well. They just sort of fell off the pace a bit in that quarter, and hopefully we'll see a better second half. Lee, thanks for taking the trip. I'm assuming the lift's still not working?
No, just up the stairs today, so that was good. I needed those.
You think Pardo could fix the lift for sure? It's a brand new facility. So thanks for making the trip up the steps today. And we'll catch up with you around the grounds.
And thanks, guys. And thanks for your coverage of the TAC Cup. It's greatly appreciated.
Good work. Lee Fraser there. We will take a break. Be back on the other side of this for the second half.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today. And young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Half-time in the elimination final, Geelong Falcons 7-6-48, leading Gippsland Power 3-1-19. And that is, of course, at Mars Stadium in Ballarat, which is a magnificent stadium. Almost looks like a synthetic cricket pitch all the way around the ground.
It's the 18th green at Augusta.
It is fantastic. And the size is not too big, but it's not too small. It's just pretty perfect for this sort of footy. And Gippsland Power boys have just broken up and getting ready to go in position, while the Geelong Falcons boys arm in arm. Very close huddle. Last minute instructions from their leadership group. Getting ready to commence this third quarter.
Good to have Lee Fraser there. What a cracking bloke he is too.
Great bloke.
Great, he was sensational.
Always gives us information and shares information, even whether it be, over the phone or on email.
Great host up at Murray when he was up there for us.
Looking forward to having a look at Murray. They've got a couple of big names out today, but
they have, and they've been a bit off the boil.
Yeah, so see what they can bring to the table in the next game. But Geelong have looked pretty classy so far. I was saying earlier, their players very nice with their feet. Very smooth transition out of the back line, Geelong, as a rule.
All right, there's Gabe back.
Gabe back.
Yes.
Trying to round up someone, were you, Gabe?
Yeah, I had a chat with Adrian Dodoro. He's not in the greatest mood in the world.
That's right.
Essendon lost yesterday, but he's been impressed with a couple of players. He said Giath, just the way he moves around. Like, not a lot of the footy, but those couple of marks in that second quarter. He said Darryl White, it reminded him of.
Oh, very good.
From Brisbane.
Up they go. Start this third quarter. Parrish lost it. Benson with the handout. Back to Parrish. In the middle they go. Crunch time. And the umpire will ball it up. Amazing how often that happens after a centre bounce. We have a repeat bounce. Hollenkemp with the tap out. Warple just gets his kick smothered. Bit of volleyball going on. Leslie out of trouble. Kicks down towards Giath. Mosquito runs onto it. Does well. Don't know about the handball. Tapped it out. It became a contest all of a sudden. And Geelong through Ling get it down towards the leading player in Garner. He turns onto the right. Kicks it long. over the back,
good
telling Mark in defence that time. That was really good play by Dersma. Goes very, very wide and finds Beck at half-back. Beck will follow the boundary line, and a tap down by Stevenson. Out of bounds it goes. Out of sight of the ground here at Mars.
I don't know if Xavier Dersma is related to Jamie Dersma.
Jamie Dersma.
But he plays like him.
Sydney Swans, I think.
Did he have
Melbourne?
two double
Melbourne, I think.
W?
He was a W. My word, he was.
It wouldn't be a common name.
Ball thrown in. Hollenkamp. Benson sweeps it to Parrish, to Warpel. Wouldn't be the first time those two have waxed. And brought to the ground, the ball will be thrown up. Between wing and half forward. 48 plays 19. Early stages, third term here at Mars. Following this, it'll be the Dragons versus the Bushrangers. Geelong work it inside 50. Garner at the back. Schaefer just rubbing his opponent up the wrong way.
Bit of chafing, is it?
And
sorry, had to be said.
The ball will be thrown up. We're inside 50 for the Falcons. Tap down.
Oh, in the
Masterson might have got it. No free kick. Parrish puts it into a dangerous area. Now it's a real dangerous area inside the goal square. Try to work their way out. Oh, it's going to curl back in. Oh, there's another car crash. And ball punched over the boundary line, out of bounds.
That kick from the goal square went about 25 metres, but it went about 80 metres off. Wow.
25 metres around from the northern goals, which the Falcons are kicking to this quarter. Lost Patterson, just loses the ball. Now driven into the dirt. There's a whistle throw, says the umpire.
From the non-officiating umpire.
Okay, McGannon gets it. They decide to go lateral. I think they've been cut off at the pass. Going to have to come back this way to McGannon. McGannon in the back pocket, grandstand side of the ground.
Go long. That's not
bypasses Quigley, but Noble chips in. Oh, his kick smothered. Now Parrish. He's going to get caught.
That's gone.
That's holding the ball. Cassidy just lost his feet there.
But he had a lot of opportunity.
Leslie. Will Leslie. Forward of half-back. Tries to get round Noble. Not liking your chances. Back to McGannon. McGannon along centre wing. Intercepted by Ethan Floyd. Floyd in the blue and hot pink. Drills a pass. Eventually gets through. Kick forward for the Falcons by Walsh.
There's one of those bounces again.
It's a chaos ball. McGannon got leather poisoning early doors. Kim Drew, half-back. Just puts a little chippy one over to Hogan. Floyd just lets him know he's on his mark. Hogan.
Go long. He can't now.
Hogan. The big men fly again. Chiath at the front. Finally releases the ball. Hollenkamp, Brownless. Floyd for Geelong. Kicks it beautifully to Garner.
Good mark. Yeah.
Not out in my opinion, but it's been paid the mark. Back to Floyd. Floyd kicks to the square. The big men fly at the back end. Lovely mark.
Ethan Floyd is getting leather poisoning today. He is killing him.
Mark taken by David Handley. Another one with a headband, Rick, for Geelong.
We're in the 70s.
Well,
it's a lot of long hair. Maybe it's because of what I haven't got.
Nor me. Handley, sharp angle, 70 degrees. Distance, not a concern. Comes in, kicks.
Hit the post.
Hit the inside of the post too. Almost squeezed it through. 7-7-49, NG scoreboard 3-1-19. They trail by 30. 5.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
They have to make their move soon, Gippsland, if they're getting in this game. They'll play on straight away and find Dersma in the back pocket. He goes the other way now. This kick's got to be good. It's got to be good. Out in front it goes. Bounces over the top. Geelong with numbers. Get to the fall of the play. Gippsland intercept now through Masterson. He gets tackled. Ball bobbling around now. Warple drives it inside 50. Myers the target. Bounces over the top. Dersma gets caught with it. Dishes it off. Murray gets caught with it. Geelong great in defence. They play on. Myers gets it back off Walsh. Again, handballing under pressure. Gippsland should be able to get a clearance through. Hogan with the big bomb to the middle of the ground. Jaya to the front, thumped away. In the van here to clear again, Gippsland, and they should. This time it's out to Porter. He'll play on, or handballs it to Hudson.
Good play.
Now they're in trouble. Tried a fancy little kick over the top, but Porter, what a great move. Ran through traffic, ran into trouble with the fumble, and out of bounds it goes. But gee, classy mover is Porter, Callum Porter. Did very well on that occasion, and we've got a throw in, half forward for the Gippsland Power. Plenty of players around it. Just need to sort of eat into this margin at the moment. They fell over the ruckman. Out the back, Walsh gets it, gets tied up. Here it comes. Kick out by Beck, down towards centre half forward. Giath swoops on it, gives off the handball to Stevenson. He went without it, then got tackled with it. Kick smothered. There's Floyd,
you're right,
the
Rick.
smooth mover. Gives off the handball to Walsh. He's played well. Out in front, Schaefer takes the mark. He's strong overhead, as we saw earlier. He goes inboard on the left. He's got a spotted up a player there in the middle of the ground, McHenry. He goes wide. He's got a runner. Out wide is Stevens. Just holds up play momentarily. They'll go back. No, wanted to go in. Good pressure there by Gippsland. Just forced the error there, but McHenry's there to help. Gives it back to Stevens. Stevens to the full forward area, but good mark in defence that time by Hennis, who's impressed in the last line today.
Porter lays off the handball to Drew. Now they intercept the Falcons. Oh, nice tackle
In
by
the back.
Jaya.
No,
in the back.
In the back.
Thought he went for the jumper, but somehow it became a push.
Yeah.
JJ, Joshua Jaska. He gets it across to Sam Walsh. Walsh, 60 metres out from goal. Play on, play on, play on.
Oh, here we go.
That was lovely, Sam Walsh. Lay back on it. Kicks towards goal. Oh, Nobles marked that.
It fell in his hands almost.
That was a
didn't it?
magic trick.
He's another one that's had a good game, Walsh, hasn't he?
Excellent. As the boy,
And Noble, yeah.
the young fella with the ball in his hand. That was a lovely long searching kick, which somehow found itself between two defenders and in the crook of Noble's arm. Just dances around, kicks it ever so easily. That
Goal
is
number 3.
3 for Lachlan Noble. And the NG scoreboard ticking over to 8-7-55. The Gippsland Power stuck on 3-1-19. 9 minutes in on the Technica time clock, Gabe.
Yeah, just again the Power had an opportunity going forward, weren't able to convert, but Geelong just seemed to have been able to finish a lot of their good work, and a lot of players getting a lot of ball, and the good players are getting it. Floyd being one of them.
Back in the middle, bit of a scrimmage. They're trying to work it out of there. Well done. Gippsland forced it towards centre half forward. Just numbers with Geelong now. Out the back it goes. Beck got clobbered as he went to kick it. Leslie has it. Gives it to Stevenson. Here's Sarong. Kicks pressured as he kicked it.
Oh.
Fall to the pack.
Mosquito!
For a contender, but no. Offline it was. Probably one we would have put down for Mosquito, but missed that one. That's their first score for a long, long time. 3-2-20, plays 8-7-55. Geelong in command. Kick long to a lead. That's a beautiful
kick.
Execution.
Oh,
Out in
handball.
front. The take was by Walters, and then they lost it with the handball. And now we've got a tackle. Been a lot of turnovers in this game.
Yeah, sometimes by foot, sometimes by hand, but we get the odd one.
Now thrown up. Little flick out the side door. Walsh again. Had plenty of it. He done. He gets his kick partially smothered. Goes forward. McHenry Gets crunched, but did well to stand up in the tackle. It finds the hands of Henderson.
Oh, what a chase!
Oh, beauty!
Mosquito with the chase down. Was Eddie
Wow,
Betts was fantastic and got rewarded. They play on straight away. Now Quigley, the captain's got to get something happening. Dersma takes him on.
Oh,
he gets legged as he went to kick it. And
good old days, that used to be 50 as well.
In
wasn't
my
it?
opinion, that should be 50 metres.
yeah,
But I don't
because
think you
he
can
was
give
off
50.
and running and he couldn't tackle him. That was the
Yeah.
last resort. Dersma kicks to the pocket. Goes a bit too long. And that was a mark almost. But Geelong will clear through Jasker. They'll give off the 1-2 and run it out at half-back. Kick down towards the middle of the ground through O'Gorman.
Oh, good.
Great spoil. Porter allows his man in. And that was, of course, a beautiful spear pass from Carroll.
Oh, look at that.
Good
And
pass.
look at that pass. Finds Leslie from Quigley.
Can I just have that tackle from Mosquito's just livened the game up?
The crowd
The
liked
crowd,
it. We
the cr-
liked it.
Yeah.
But it was how far he ran to chase him
Yeah.
down.
Chase him
It was
down.
just
That's-
brilliant.
Well, there's a player that used to play for Gippsland Power that now plays for Essendon that does a bit of that. Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody, that rundown.
Well, I think that was quicker than Tipper even. But Leslie comes in from 50 on an angle. Still can see plenty of goal here from the commentary box. And he kicks to the
it's
right.
coming
brings it
around.
back, brings it back. Just not enough. Thump down to the front of the pack. And out of bounds it goes. They're
Gee.
not quite carrying the line
No.
from the 50 today, are
No.
I tell you the other thing about the tackle, to arrive that quickly and still do it legally.
It was a
You
good,
can come in
well
hard
executed.
and
And knock them forward
or push in the back or too
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
It's just the speed he made the ground. Oh. Ball to be thrown in. Conway in the front. Brownless can't get it. Little toe poke out the back to advantage.
Oh, well done, Stevenson.
Nice work here. It's anybody's football. Gippsland, get it back to Leslie. Leslie puts in a shorty, looking for...
That had to go to the top of the square, Gabe. Just a poor option there.
It did. But if you looked up there, those Geelong Falcon players that came to knock that ball over were at the top of the square. So, I don't know.
No, didn't have a tall option.
No, there was no one really there to kick.
Back where we started,
Have a shot, maybe might have been the other option.
he wasn't far away with his last kick. Nice tap down. Brownless takes it. He's tackled. Can't get rid of the footy, and there will be another ball up.
I've been impressed with Brownless in defence.
Yeah,
I think
he's
he's
good.
done a pretty good job. Gets his hands on the footy a bit.
20 metres out from the Powers goal. They would dearly do with one right here and now. Coming out the back, dispossessed.
Oh, that could have been holding the man.
Hogan.
Lovely.
Hogan looking for Stevenson. Beck comes in to help. Oh, good. Oh, Stevenson's in there. They can't get a clean play at it. They flick the ball out. Here's a little dinky kick. Out of bounds on the full. Geelong to take the resultant free kick. Right in front of the NG scoreboard. 55 plays 20. They bring it in and they're off and running. One bounce. Two bounce. Three bounce. He's still going. Sam Walsh kicks inside 50. Plenty of power, boys. Hogan, he just barges into trouble. Ball up, says the umpire. 43 metres out from the Falcons' goal. Almost 15 minutes into this third quarter. They lead by 35. Up it goes. Trying to spin out of trouble. Henderson, bottom of the pack. Gang tackle. Say Parrish has got a bit of cramp.
Yeah, he went down before. That's the second time he's got up with that.
Yeah, he might just want to take a breather. Old Cassidy.
Thump down to the front. With 40 out. There he is there. Gets tackled. Might have to do it again here. Out the back it goes.
Good
Oh,
mark.
nice mark. Just in front there, Beck. Cassidy's down again with cramp. Gonna have to get him off. Get
Salt
the Gatorade
tablets.
into him and the salt tablets. And that was a nice mark out in front. Ennis takes it. at centre wing, outer side, on Mars. Now they'll play on, give off the handball. Just trying to work it further afield through McGannon, and now he'll get it back where he came. You've got a bit of room through the middle if they can run on. Murray goes wide this time. He's got Carroll. He's got a man across through underneath us in Drew. Drew can work it clear. Oh, he's found Dersma. Well done.
Good mark.
Held his arms up high in the contest and took the mark. Plays on straight away. Runs and kicks to the pocket. It's offline or just an awkward bounce that
Look
time.
out.
Ball smothered. They're mopped up in numbers, Geelong, but Power getting back to force the issue. And they're still in trouble. Mosquito gets the ball. Gives off the handball. The kick smothered. Well done there by, that was Henderson. Still with numbers. A kick further from Hogan. Ball spoiled. We're in the forward pocket now. Geelong with numbers. Work it out to Floyd. Floyd runs into trouble, but cool as a cucumber. Gives off the handball. Got Crooksy all excited. But another guy who's had a good couple of quarters is Carroll.
Carroll. Carroll kicks to half forward. They need a mark. Oh, they almost got one. Oh.
No, I'm not going to say that word.
Well, sometimes it's just some momentum. I don't think it's...
I've just noticed when the players are out on the wing, the players are slipping a little bit. Don't know. Feels a little cooler. I don't know whether there's a bit of dew on the lawn.
Parrish kicks to centre wing. Carroll goes the punch. O'Gorman lays off the handball, ends up in the hands of Myers. Myers, lovely sweeping handball to Cooper Stevens. Stevens goes forward, looking for Noble. Drops what he probably should have taken, gathers it, kicks it. Looking for War. Powell can't quite take it. Good work by the Power defence. Kicks it inside-outside.
Out in the full.
Out in the full. I think he went outside-inside that time rather than the other way around. Now they play on to Myers, who's... Oh, no, he's dropped what he should have taken. Hogan on hands and knees. Driven into the dirt. Free kick. And that'll be taken by McGannon.
Played well.
McGannon told to play on. Gets around Schaefer. Kicks a bit of an up and under to centre wing. Comes off hands. Idoon to Cooper Stevens. To Myers. Sweeps the handball. Into a bit of Barney rubble. No. Now he's caught. Back to Myers. He handballs forward about 20 metres. Close to the boundary line. And out of bounds. 19 minutes in Technica time clock. 55 plays 20 on the NG scoreboard.
Almost 2 quarters of footy without a goal, Power, but you can't say they're playing poorly. They just can't score. And we did say at the beginning of the day, best defensive team, the Falcons.
They've certainly done that. Tapped out the back door. And underneath it there, a pack of players.
Just lacking a marking target, Rick, I think, the Power.
Yeah, most definitely. They're just
the Falcons don't have one either, but they've got a good small forwards. And they've compensated for that.
Hennis lets it go. Trying to work it clear, Gippsland, but just couldn't get it out of there.
Oh, dear.
Oh, this is a shot on goal from Henderson. A little kick dribbles through the goal. And well done to Henderson. He's played well.
They've all played pretty well, the Falcons, but...
We'll just do a score check. 9-7-61 the Falcons. Gippsland 3-2-20, a 41-point margin on the NG scoreboard. And we are 20 minutes into this third quarter on the Technica time clock.
Just a nothing handball out there. You're in the defence, and now we've got a bit of push and shove here at centre half forward, centre half back.
Up in the middle. Hollenkamp to Benson. Benson goes forward to the dangerous Myers and Chyth. They both go to ground. Noble. Back lands in the hands of Myers. He tries to spit a handball out. Too high, says the umpire.
Too high.
Comes in and Brian Myers.
Yeah, the power player there, I think Hudson, just in his endeavours to get the footy, I think just sort of gave Myers a little slap across the face.
Brian Myers from Grovedale. It's a good pub at Grovedale, I think, for memory. Myers comes in. This will be a good one for the Falcons.
To goal.
Drills it straight through. Interesting kicking style, Rick.
Yeah, it looks a bit lazy, but it's effective.
He does a hook.
But he spears it as well.
Spear hook. Interesting. 10-7-67. NG scoreboard. 3-2-20. The Gippsland Power. They lead by 47. They'll be heading to the preliminary final next Sunday against Dandenong at their home ground, Simmons Stadium. 21.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Ball up in the middle. And again, Hollenkamp going with that side-on approach. And now they've allowed that to happen. I thought
you had to come from
opposite. From the opposite, but both players did it. But it ends up in the forward line. Giath gets it for Gippsland, trying to defend. Now they'll give it to Warple. He'll go inboard and spots up his man Hanley. Takes the mark. And Hanley's going to kick from 38 metres out.
This could turn into a belly blowout.
Yeah, not a real difficult kick, this. Scary time here for Gippsland. Looking like their last game of the year. 47 points the margin. And almost three-quarter time. Hanley comes in. David Hanley from 40. Kicks a bit right. And it's through for behind.
There was a Hanley that played at Geelong in the 80s.
Definitely Hawthorn, Chopper Hanley.
Yeah, no, there was a Hanley played in those grand finals in the 90s. Sorry.
Giath in the back pocket. They decide to switch play. Oh, just finds the target. Tom Murray. He's going to. He thought about sending back from whence it came, but he's got Hogan on half back. Hogan.
Go to Drew.
Yeah. Porter's in the middle.
And that's the way he heads.
Good, strong
solid mark, Callum Porter. Plays on. Kicks to half forward. Overcooks it. Comes over, falls over the back. Now Idoon gets it across. There's a flip out the back. Not sure about the legality of that. Ends up in the hands of Floyd. Floyd. Schaefer mops up. He sweeps the handball back to Floyd. Can't quite take it. Caught in a tackle. Leslie. Boundary line wins. Myers tries to trick us all. Not having a bar of that. Ball to be thrown in front of a healthy crowd. A lot of people travelled up to Ballarat today as the boundary umpire sets himself. Brings it in. Little tap out. Quigley can't get it. Bottom of the pack umpire will come in for that secondary bounce.
No, he's not.
No. Free kick, Benson pinged for holding the ball, and Quigley's got it. Goes inboard.
Did it barely get 15 metres?
Porter shrugs off the tackle, but loses the share and gets it back. Siren sounds. Three-quarter time, 10-8-68 to 3-2-20. That is an 48-point lead at three-quarter time for the Geelong Falcons. The goal kickers, please, Gabe.
For the Falcons, 3 goals to Lachlan Noble, 2 to Myers, and singles to Henderson, Chafer, Hanley, Walsh and Warpool. And for the Gippsland Power, Dersma, Stevenson and Mosquito.
All right, three-quarter here, of course, following this game, it'll be the last of the elimination final. Sandringham taking on the Murray Bushrangers. Will be back on the other side of this.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to FootyProfit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Three-quarter time here, high up in Mars Stadium. 10-8-68, the Geelong Falcons and the Gippsland Power 3-2-20. That's a lead of 48 points. 18 scoring shots to 5. It's been pretty dominant by the team from Geelong, but as we were talking in the car on the way up, which is no good because the other people haven't heard it yet, I'm a big believer in percentage, Gabe.
Yes.
I think percentage is a good indicator of where you're at.
Yep.
And
Port
Adelaide?
Hey?
Port Adelaide had a good percentage?
Oh, not particularly special.
Not the,
no,
they did
like
early in the year.
They did early in the year, Rick, but when they started playing
where
sides
teams
above
finish,
them.
So the Geelong, a percentage of 164.74 and Oakley 166.47. And then we saw how good Dandenong was in the second half. Their percentage around the 120, same as Sandy, Murray 114. Eastern, Gippsland and Northern below 100.
Yeah.
So it's a good indicator of how you're scoring and as you pointed out, Gabe, best defensive team in the competition, the Geelong Falcons.
In 18 games, they conceded 953 points. That's just a touch over 53 points, or just under 53 points a game.
The human calculator.
We knew you'd come in handy with the maths at some stage.
Yeah. So realistically, they're keeping sides to under 10 goals,
Yep.
you know, and they're scoring, you know, roughly 80, 90 points a game. So you'd say the skills have been okay at best by both sides. You can't question Power's endeavour. Power were 2 goals won after 3 minutes in this game, so the Falcons have just choked the life out of the Power. I think the Power just struggled not having a target up forward, someone to kick to. I think they were hoping that Joyce was the player, but I don't think he's one of those players that can just continually kick the footy to and hope that he takes a few clunks. And I don't know what they try to do in this last quarter. Have they got 7 or 8 goals in them to get there? Well, they've only kicked 3 for 3 quarters, so you'd say maybe not. But they've got to try. I mean, this is the last quarter footy for the year, so you might as well have to change it up. You can't just keep going with the same thing. On the other hand, the Falcons don't need to change a thing. They're running hard. When they've got opportunities forward, they're kicking it to how many times do we see the ball go about 30 metres out directly in front, and then they've just got that circle where Noble and Myers and all that have been able to run on?
Well, Hennis is down there in the goal square, and he's been pretty good on the back line with his marking today, so gives them an extra option.
Yep.
And I was going to say that Austin Hodge has been not sighted today. Normally a really good forward for Gippsland, Aussie Hodge.
Yep.
And we've got to get more out of him if there to be any chance whatsoever. I know it's a big if at the moment, but they've got to get something moving in that forward 50.
Last quarter of EF2. Take it away, Rick.
Throw up in the middle, and Patterson gets it down. Ball scooped out by, that was Warple, but kicked away that time from Beck. Nice mark there, McGannon. He plays on straight away. It just made a contest of it. Over the back door from McHenry. He's got Parrish. He gives it further afield to Garner, and they do it ever so easily to Benson. He's 55 out, too far to score. He's going to look to go over the top here, and he gets a runner running back, but Gippsland with numbers. Great mark over the back that time to Beck. Just judged it well and leaped at the right time. Took the strong mark, and he hugs the line, and he finds his man Reed in the back pocket, looking to switch again, back to Beck in the goal square. Not getting a lot of run out of this play. Just see what they decide to do. They've gone for Quigley. He does well. They made a 2 against 1 situation, but Geelong still managed to get a finger on it. Upset the play, and here they go through Floyd. Gives off the handball. Little push forward. Beck again into it. Gives off the handball and out of bounds in front of the NG scoreboard, where it reads 68-20, Geelong's favour.
Ball to be thrown in. Falcons in attack. Up she goes. Garner might have got one in the back there.
Dangerous.
And that was just careless, I would have thought. Adam Garner, he's been good. He's the target for the Geelong Falcons that the Power don't have. Adam Garner, 45-degree angle. He's going to walk, or his lead-in will be straight over the numbers. He'll kick from about 40 metres out. No breeze here today in Ballarat. Good day. A bit more chill in the air since when we started. Garner kicks. No mistake. Good goal. That's his first game?
Yes, that's his first.
First goal, 11-8-74. The Geelong Falcons on the NG scoreboard. 3-2-20, the Gippy Power. 2.5 minutes in on the Technica.
Yeah, so just consolidating that position the Falcons have had. They've just got the ball out and they've kept it in there for 2.5 minutes and they've been able to convert. And that's what they've done virtually all day. You wouldn't say they've got the ball inside 50 a lot more than the Power, but they've been able to get some scoreboard action through mainly the small forwards, but that time Garner threw a free kick.
Trying to scoop it forward again, but this time Parrish gets it out wide towards centre wing. Good spoil. McGannon punches it forward to half forward. We've got a race on. Jai off the tackler. Out of bounds it went.
That's a throw if you've ever seen one.
It wasn't really correct disposal. So I don't know what the other option is in that situation. Ball to be thrown in, 55 out from the power goal. They need a surge. Out it comes to Hogan. He scoops it around the corner. Up to the goal square. Up goes Sarong. Brings it to ground. Giath and Mosquito together. Giath comes and loses it. They can't quite get it. Now Giath gets it and hooks it around the corner for a miss. That was their chance.
Was their chance. Of course, we'll all be voting on the Nixon Finance Player of the Day at the conclusion of this match. Geelong to bring the ball back in. Hogan over the back punches. Geelong through. Get the handball off to Parrish. Parrish goes forward looking for Garner. Reed gets front spot. Lost. Loses the footy. He's over the top of it.
It's going to be holding the ball.
It is.
Crowd decision.
No, it's holding the ball, Rick, all day, every day.
Pretty tough if you get a crowd decision. There's a good crowd here.
They were all asking for it.
Not like a home crowd. Now Dersma. Dersma switches play for Gippsland. He spots up Liam Carroll. Carroll goes to centre half back from McGannon.
No.
It comes over the back. Myers runs onto it. Oh, don't tell me.
That's not a free kick, umpire. He barely touched him.
Just a fingernail?
Oh. Maybe some dirt under the fingernail it might have been, Rick. Crooksy.
Brian Myers has got the free kick. His original shot just missed to the left. He has kicked. He's kicked two for the day.
2-2.
Got very light lime green fluoro boots on. Myers dead in front. Will kick from 35 metres out. Got this very little bit of a soccer corner kick.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Good way of describing it.
Yeah.
Sort of just comes around and gives his right leg plenty of arc, but gee, they go like a laser bullet. 12.880 NG scoreboard, 3.321. The Gippy Power, and we are almost to the 6-minute mark on the Technica time clock.
Well,
back in the middle.
Shouldn't have been a goal. Shouldn't have been a free kick.
So that's his third.
It's academic now, Gabe.
Very much so.
All up in the middle. Tapped down nicely by Conway. Gets it to Warple. James Warple drives it down towards full forward. Up they go, and a great mark. Running back with the flight of the ball.
Henderson.
And Henderson, who's been good also. It's just been, they've just had winners everywhere, Geelong. O'Gorman. Fraser O'Gorman from Colac. He's taken the mark 15 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Maybe even 55-degree angle.
That's probably one of the first times we've seen Warple in the midfield, like at a centre bounce. He hasn't spent much time in the actual midfield.
So he'll kick from 15 on the left and puts it through for another. 13.886 Geelong, 3.321 on the NG scoreboard. 7 minutes into this final quarter on the Technica time clock, and they are just running away with it, Geelong. Far too good on the day.
Yeah, I think the Power have probably conceded and are preparing for Mad Monday. Do they have a Mad Monday?
I don't think they do.
No.
I don't think they have
Tea
a
and
Mad
scones.
Yeah, maybe they'll get a bushfire going with a marshmallow. An open fire with a marshmallow.
Conway gets the tap down for Geelong. Henderson flicks a handball over to Floyd. Floyd kicks forward, defensive punch, takes it towards the boundary line. Might have had his feet taken away from him there, but over the boundary line, out of bounds, between half-back and centre wing on the City side of the ground.
Been watching Floyd this second half. He's a runner and a half. He just runs and runs and runs. He gets to contest after contest. No wonder he gets a lot of footy.
Ball tapped down there by Henkel. Wrapped up in a tackle, going nowhere. Bit of leapfrog there. Kick smothered off the boot. Parrish just sees the ball over the boundary line. Further round to the power goal. We are 8.5 minutes into this last quarter.
Throw in, half forward for the power. And tap down the front by Henkel. Just trying to work it out of there. Good work by Bennett to get it forward. And a mark to Garner. He goes back in the middle and he's found Floyd again. Floyd goes wide with the right handball to McHenry. He goes inboard. Nice juggling attempt. No, didn't take it.
Got it.
Out the back door it goes. And there's that man again dribbling the ball, O'Gorman. But through for a behind. And that takes them on to 87-21. Kick out by Dersma. Goes long. Porter gets to the contest. Henkel comes in. Kick off the ground. Oh, Floyd again. Beautiful pick up. It just ran out of room. And he's played deliberate. He was stumbling over the line.
Oh,
tried
you're
to keep
kidding,
his
umpire.
feet.
Don't feel sorry for them.
And Porter kicks long towards half forward. Early rise. He took the mark actually, but they're going to. Well, they paid the mark. He blew the whistle before he had it. I think he was going to pay the push.
But anyway, the umpires have pulled up stumps.
Walsh gets it. He's been good. Gives it to McHenry. Out the back it goes. Henkel grabs it. Gets tackled.
Gone.
That's holding the ball. They'll play on straight away. McHenry. He ran into trouble. He'll shoot it out wide. Myers gets it. Scoops it around to a contest.
Oh,
and
good
Walsh
mark.
takes a great contested mark. And he gets hurt in the contest. Might have been a clash of heads during that. Looks like it.
Bottom age is Sam Walsh.
Gee whiz, he's been impressive. Sam Walsh. Yep, 2nd of July 2000.
Just
Wasn't
turns-
even born for the millennium.
No,
year.
he wasn't.
So Walsh will kick for goal. 35 out directly in front. Sam Walsh comes in and kicks just to the right, but it sneaks in. Another one to the Geelong Falcons. Sam Walsh on the board for his second. So the score reads 14-9, 93 to 3-3, 21 NG scoreboard, and we're 11 minutes into this final quarter on the Technica time clock. 72 points.
I think they've put the cue in Iraq, the umpires as well there. That's what we would call a comedy of errors.
He's pretty lucky to get that mark on the halfback flank.
I was going to say, I think he pushed the player twice.
He was up before acceptances, took him out of the contest and just fell on his lap. All right, back in the middle, Conway and Patterson. Conway gets the tap down. Parrish wins it, jumps through it, lays off the handball, goes over the pack. Now a quick snap at goal, bouncing across the face. And that was Handley. And the ball to be thrown in, because following this game, it is the Dragons 4th, playing the Bushrangers 5th.
Should be a good game, I reckon.
The winner plays the Oakley Chargers next Sunday down at Simmons Stadium in Geelong. Up we go. No one decisive. Ball on the ground. Umpire will have to come in and ball it up. He's circling around like a blue heeler. Just around the flock of sheep.
A sniffer dog.
Well, we're about 20 metres out from the Falcons' goal. Tapped
great
over the
tap
back
out.
to Parrish, and he just can't get the bend on it, and it's over the boundary line, out of bounds on the full. And
What's going on with that construction over there where that ball went?
That's the camera for the footy, the AFL footy.
Gee, it looks a bit dodgy.
Well, you know what camera people are like. They're they're dispensable.
They're going to put him up on the top of that thing.
Yeah, well, you
It'll
know.
blow over very easily.
One cameraman down, we'll just get another one. As the ball comes off half-back, Carroll kicks long. Geelong in the van here. Lay off the handball. Go inboard to Benson. Punched by Masterson. Now they're a bit of a chance. Reed, Myers snaps. Leslie sees it through 4 behind. He'll get on with it straight away. He goes out wide, just sneaks it in. Will Stevenson. He moves it on to Irving Mosquito. Drops what he should have taken, but he runs round with ease. Gets on the left boot. Kicks long to half forward. 3 to beat. I don't think he's going to beat him. Eventually, Cooper Stevens gets it out to Brownless. He keeps the ball in front of him. Giath comes in, just pinches his pocket. Now stacks on the mill.
Bit stiff.
Umpire will come in and ball this up. 14 minutes into the last quarter. 94 plays 21. Geelong advancing to next week. Leslie rolled over the boundary line in a tackle.
Looking forward to seeing Irving Mosquito play next year.
He's still a bottom major? Yep.
He's a bottom major, and I think he's got that X factor and spark that they look for. So I think he'll be a big developer next year. Ball spills at the front. Nice juggling, Mark Reed. Plays on straight away and out in front of Binley. He goes to Dersma. He runs through the middle, goes out wide and out in front of Beck. Can't quite get away from his opponent, but there was a high tackle in there. And the free kick at half forward. Beck will play on. He's tried hard all day. Kicks long to the forward pocket. Thumped away. Over the back it goes. Still trying to keep it in there through Quigley. And he gets tackled. The Geelong defence has been fantastic today. They have squeezed the life out of him. Just haven't given him an inch in that forward 50.
Miserly.
Very much so. And they'll tap it to the front.
Ooh,
feed it out the back somehow. And eventually they'll get it out Geelong. But Porter was onto it. There's a free kick here. Play on's a call. Advantage. Over the top it comes to Schaefer. And that was Ling run down. Play on's a call. Anyone's ball here. And a bit of a leg. And the leg will be taken by Quigley, who goes through the middle to Little Mozzie. He's going wide, but he's got a wide runner and he can take a bounce, but he thinks he'll use Giath. Giath should quickly get it over, but that was a bit lackadaisical and allows Ethan Floyd to take the mark. He's got to use it better than that, the power. Now Patterson will come in and intercept, gives it to Drew. Drew at half forward, goes kick. Wide to Porter. Great spoil over the back. Elliott gets the thump in, allows his teammate to come in, but he gets caught. Out the back, it's out to Walsh now. He's a great mover, smooth mover through centre half back. Has the luxury to take a couple of bounces and go back in the middle. They got a bit too leery there and Mosquito pounces on it. Stings it down towards half forward. In the back against Hudson. And the Geelong Falcons will take it out wide to Parrish.
Parrish, halfback, city side of the ground, looks for Chafer.
Got a bit of an X factor, Chafer. Good hands.
Parrish cramping again. Looking for Garner, intercepted by Dersma. He's got Stevenson on this side of the ground. Murray. They honour the kick. Murray goes inboard again to find Stevenson. Stevenson directs a bit of traffic. Gets it out wide. Need to be clean, he is. Hennis to Leslie. Leslie to half forward. Porter in the van. Great mark. Callum Porter. Plays taller than what he is. Gets the ball across to Quigley. He lays off the handball. Tackle. Good tackle by Myers. There's your boy, Rick. You mentioned him earlier. Austin Hodge. Shot on goal just to the left. One behind.
Again, good pressure at the kick. Just put him under a bit of pressure and Geelong with the backman there. Getting to every contest. Stevens will play on straight away and get it out wide to Brownless. Brownless through the middle. He's got a runner. And
here we go. Just off the bench.
Noble there. Oh, great hand to foot skills there. Gets it out in front of O'Gorman. He can run onto goal. Mosquito's chasing. O'Gorman
missed.
Overcooks it. through for a behind. Good skills from hand to foot there, Noble, to get it down so quickly. I know it was a dribble out in front, but
he got it tumbling forward.
He did it in the right direction and just allowed his player to run to an open goal. Masterson in the back pocket's been pretty good. Although then you give him a wrap, he gives it to Mosquito, who lost it. Out the back it comes to Garner. Garner gives it off. And they paid a throw, was it? So we've got the big fella take it. Patterson gives it to Masterson, who goes wide to Leslie. Leslie looking through the middle. Now he goes down the line. He's got the runner in Stevenson. Stevenson looking to go down the line. And then he goes to Giles. Beautiful pass. He'll play on straight away. Out in front. Quigley over the back. He's just got to take it and run. Fumbled. Just didn't quite get clear. And it just allowed Geelong in again. They've done that ever so well. And they'll paddle it out through Cooper Stevens. And in the back pocket. Mark should have been taken all the same.
Should have.
Ball taken for the Falcons. Cooper Stevens has got it. Got a man out wide. Kicks inboard. Reed should intercept Mark, and he does. He sends it back from whence it came. Beck can't quite get there. Putting the fist in there was JJ Joshua Jaska. Now it comes out the Falcons. Over to Myers. He's going to take one bounce. Gets onto his left boot. Trying to spot up Warpel. Can't quite get it. Warpel gets it. Spins out. It's up and under. He's underneath it. Just drops what he may have taken. Warpel. Crowd want to holding the ball. Umpire says no thank you. I'll ball that up. We're inside 50. 20 minutes into this last quarter. 95 plays 22. The Falcons will get the chocolates and have an opportunity to play win away into a grand final, which they haven't done for a very long time.
Get to do it at home too next week.
Get to do it at home, yep.
So they'll have a nice healthy crowd, Falcon supporters.
They will. Rick getting himself ready to go downstairs. And you probably have to do your votes down there, Rick.
Yep.
While you're down there. Okay, O'Gorman kicks forward. Masterson takes the mark, last line of defence. He goes to Reed in the back pocket. Reed sends it back the other way. Last line of defence. Might as well just go down the hay diddle. Long kick. Idoon punches it forward. Beck takes it, strolls down the outer wing. Lays off the handball to Hodge. Hodge goes forward, marked by Sarong. No. Oh, and it's kept in play. Well done. Sarong gets it. Handball back to Hodge. Now he's in a bit of trouble. Just breaks clear. Too high. Advantage. Back to Hodge. Needs to kick it quickly. He does. Kicks into the hot spot. There's a hell of a lot of Falcons there. And Floyd's got it. Kicks up forward and finds Henderson.
Not much to kick to for Henderson here. So he's going to wait.
Or O'Gorman, I think it might be. Goes to centre wing. Noble. Now he goes inboard. Oh, nice mark taken there by Matty Ling. Ling this way, that way. Handballs over the top. Nice evasive skills. Kicked at goal and the mark is taken.
Not sure why he's on such an angle here.
Yeah. Didn't he mark it like it almost
on
the top
that
of the goal square?
Yeah. On the edge of it.
Might be Sprague, I think. Sprague having a shot on goal from 45-degree angle, couple of metres out, puts it through, brings up the ton for the Falcons, 15-11, 101 to 3-4-22. That's a big win in anyone's language. 23 minutes into the last quarter go.
Yeah, just finishing off some good work there. The Power had an opportunity to do well there, but they kicked it into about 30 metres out, and it was like 4 Falcons players and no power play. So it's just, I think they're finishing off a great match. I think they've played good 4 quarters of footy today, the Falcons have.
Up she goes, Patterson and Conway. Patterson gets the tap, Conway gets the clearance. Idoon over to Floyd. Floyd takes a bounce. Looks inside 50. Got Benson in the front. Power at the back. Nice mark by Beck. Works his man under his opponent. Ball goes to the half forward line. Man on man, battle on battle. Good work by Gippsland. Now the ball's in dispute. Geelong work it clear to Henderson. Henderson on the left boot, looking for Myers. He's first to the contest, gets it, keeps it in. Little kick around the corner to Henderson. Takes a dirty bounce, but the Falcons have got it and ends up in the hands of Myers again. He kicks to centre half forward. Can they get it through? Benson. Benson kicks long at goal. What a ripper. Nice icing on the cake. Harry Benson. As the siren sounds to end procedure here. Geelong Falcons 16-11, 107 to the Gippsland Power 3-4-22. They've won by how many, Gabe? 85?
That's a 85 point to the Geelong Falcons, and the goal kickers for the winners, 3 each to Noble and Myers, 2 to Walsh, and then singles to Henderson, Benson, O'Gorman, Chaffer, Hanley, Sprague, Warpool and Gardner. And for the Power, 3 goal kickers, 3 singles, Dersman, Stevenson and Mosquito. Just a fantastic win by the Power, by the Falcons over the Power. They were just too good for the Power. They just were clinical. They ran harder. They had more players around the contest. When the opportunities, when the 50-50s were there, they took them most of the time. You can't question the Power's endeavour towards the end of that match. I think the queue went in the rack, but realistically it was just a class above the Falcons over the Power today.
It certainly was.
So a disappointing end for the Power, but they've got some good kids there. There's a few bottom ages that will be better. We talked about Mosquito, for instance.
Well, we don't normally have a tackle of the day, but I think we should for the finals, and that was an absolute classic.
Yeah. No, we had some flashes there that would suggest that the Power's got some future for next year. The Falcons, their ball use could have been a little bit better throughout the day, but you can't question their running. And then the defence, the Power kicked 3 behinds after quarter time. They had 2 goals on the board in the first 3 minutes. So they've kicked 1 goal, 3, because it was 2-1 very early on in those first 3 minutes. So it's been 1 goal, 3 in basically, 110 minutes of football. So one thing that the Falcons defenders do.
All right, down on the ground for footyprofit.com.au is Rick Morris, and I think you're talking to Lachlan Noble, Rick.
Yeah, I've got Lachlan Noble. Great feeling, mate. You're in a prelim now. It was a great team effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a good feeling to get through to the next round. I feel like the boys played really well, and it was a team effort. There was no individuals that really stood out. So, yeah.
All right, and just your role. You played a great game on the forward line, had a lot to do, but you're also in competition with Myers as well. How do you work it out so you're not in each other's way, playing a similar forward type role?
Oh, we all work together well. We all link up, and we all play different roles. We have 5th and 6th role, and we just kind of divide it. So we have some playing down deep and some playing up high, and we work together really well, I believe.
And the way you move it up the ground helps forwards like you. They were able to, get you to run into space towards goal.
Yep. It was a big effort from the back line. I felt like they played really well today, and it created a lot of space moving forward today. And we achieved with all the forwards playing up high today, so it gets spread back to have some shots on goal today.
Well, awesome team effort, mate. Go and enjoy your win with your teammates, and great game yourself.
Good work. Rick's just doing the forward scouting. He'll pluck another player out for us to have a chat to.
Definitely.
And,
just to mention that defence, you know what they do? They make sure their opponents don't win the footy.
yeah.
That's all. And then they back their running to get the ball, to get the footy. And I think if you have that team defence, you're going to do pretty well.
Down on the ground for footyprofit.com.au, Rick Morris speaking to Ethan Floyd.
Yeah, Ethan, it was a fantastic win, but how was the defence of the Falcons there? You just choked the power there and didn't give them an opportunity today.
Yeah, our back six is massive to us, and like the way they've been about their defensive pressure and all that is super to us, and it helps us out so much. And I guess it makes it a bit easier on us boys further up the ground when it's like when they're doing their job and playing their role and doing it to the best they can.
And I noticed yourself, you got plenty of the ball right throughout the 4 quarters, but you weren't scared to go down and help out in defence when it was needed.
Yeah, we have a massive focus on our work rate defensively and offensively, and I think the way that we worked back today was super, and it's just a credit to our back people down there helping us out as well, so we've got to help them out and get back and help.
I'd imagine it'd be good fun at training. You got so many good ball users in the team that were out there today. You just hand to foot. It was fantastic delivery around the ground by your boys.
Yeah, we train to it. It's how we want to train. It's what we want to do, and first gives the best option for us, and our ball users are super, so it's credit to them.
And after a win like that, does it give you confidence that you could get past next week and go all the way?
I reckon it does. That gives us a massive blast of confidence, I guess. And we'll just keep working hard throughout this week, and I know, take it one game at a time, sort of just focus on one thing at a time, and then we'll just get to the grand final if we can, and I guess it's just a super job if we do. So.
All right, well done on a great win for the Geelong Falcons, and good luck for the rest of the finals, and on a great game yourself, Ethan Floyd.
Thanks, Rick. Thank you.
Well done, Rick. Just for the record,
yes.
The last time that Geelong Falcons played in a grand final was 2000, the year 2000, and there's a few boys there that were born in that year.
Yeah, that's a long time. 2000.
2000.
They would have made the finals a lot of